Whew, ain't looking too good, guys. Hey, what's up, everyone? And welcome to another video. And as you can tell, I'm wearing my Donkey Kong shirt, which can mean one thing and one thing only. That's right, I'm talking about the brand new Halloween movie coming out, geniusly titled Halloween. It's the third movie just called Halloween. I got it when the remake came out. It was a remake, so it being called Halloween makes sense. This is a sequel to the original. Why is this one called Halloween? Especially since the tentative title for this movie was called Halloween Returns. Why is it now just called Halloween? I guess Blumhouse was just like, screw it. We'll get more money if you just call it Halloween. Make everybody think it's a remake again. You know, that remake did well. This one will do well. All right, whatever. So I am looking forward to this movie, even though I don't like the title. I do love this poster, though. I think Michael Myers, his mask, looks excellent here. It's all degraded and worn and aged, just like him as a person. He has one missing eye. You can't tell here, but if you lighten the poster, you can tell his left eye is missing because, of course, Laurie Strode took that bitch out with a coat hanger. So I am very excited for this movie. David Gordon Green's directing it, who I think is a great director. Blumhouse, like I said, is distributing the movie, which, that means something still. I mean, Blumhouse has won an Oscar, so that does mean something, even though they did release Truth or Dare recently, which was a piece of shit. But I am looking forward to this. But sadly, this sucks, man. I hate when this happens. A bunch of test screenings have been happening, or just, I think it was actually just one test screening. A test screening happened a couple days ago for this movie, and most of the stuff I've heard about the test screening has been negative. Most people, actually, this article that I'm about to read with you guys says that pretty much everybody in this test screening either thought the movie was okay or didn't like the movie, but pretty much everybody in there hated the ending to this movie, which, by the way, this is supposedly the final Halloween movie ever. This is what John Carpenter said. John Carpenter said, no, we done. After this, Halloween's over. We're going to take Halloween to the back of the shed. We're going to put 2 in its fucking brain. We're done. Okay? It's donezo. This is what John Carpenter said. These are exact quotes from John Carpenter. You can look them up yourself. I'm sure they're somewhere. But I am looking forward to this. But oh my god, these early test screening reactions are worrying me. And usually that doesn't worry me, the test screenings. But for some reason it's worrying me here, because this article that I'm about to read with you guys makes it seem like a lot of the people that were seeing this movie were fans of Halloween. So these are people that liked some of the sequels that weren't actually very good. So if those people didn't like this movie, then we can only assume I think most people wouldn't like it. But anyway, let's read this article. All right, so here's the article. It's from comicbookmovie.com, and the article title is pretty hilarious. Almost all test audiences reportedly hate the current ending to Blumhouse's upcoming Halloween sequel. All right, so I wonder what that means, like what the ending actually is. I actually really want to know what the ending is now, because if this is true and everybody hated it, most likely they're going to refilm that, because I don't see that that's staying in, whatever it is. If it's like an abrupt ending, like a devil inside, or it's like a question mark ending when it should be a final, I guess, nail in the coffin for the franchise, because it's supposed to be the final one. I don't know, but I guess we'll see in a few months if they don't change that ending. But anyway, here's the article. All right, last week, Blumhouse held a test screening for the Halloween reboot, blah, 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 blah. Okay, HorrorFreakNews.com recently reported some additional information they've acquired from an attendee of the screening. Okay, so some of this information is from one guy that went to the screening, I assume, and it's from HorrorFreakNews.com too. The source stated that they enjoyed the film, but felt that with some reshoots, it could iron out some of its problems, and by extension, live up to fan anticipation, which, I don't know, you could say that about any movie that gets a test screening. Most movies, when they do test screenings, aren't finished. So there's obviously problems with the film because they're not finished yet. So that makes sense, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. That still worries me a little bit. What he said he enjoyed the film though, but I feel like, is that going to be like a I really did enjoy it, or is that just like you trying to talk yourself into like that you liked it? Like, no, I liked it. Like how everybody loved Phantom Menace when it first came out, but of course, years later, they're like, nah, that movie sucks. The site states that the film suffers from a lack of continuity with barely any exposition connecting this Halloween to its roots. Okay, hold on. So they all right. I'm just basing this on if this is actually true or not. But so the whole point of this movie is supposed to ditch all the other sequels and just focus on the original movie. But if there's no exposition and continuity, then what's the point? What is the point? I mean, you have Laurie Strode and you have Michael Myers, but if they don't reference anything that happened in the original Halloween, I'm assuming that means they're not going to reference Loomis, which that's going to be disappointing if they don't even bring up Loomis. That sucks. Again, I'm just basing this on if it's actually true, which it might not be. Who knows? Their source believes the current cut is too long, clocking in at close to 2 hours, with considerable time spent developing characters who don't last long. That's great. That's great. The original movie is 90 minutes long, and this one's gonna be 2 hours. Has there ever been another Halloween movie that's quite as long? Like, I think Halloween H2O was like an hour and like 45 minutes. So that's close to 2 hours. But this one being almost 2 hours, and most of the time developing characters that die like immediately. I feel like you should be focusing on Laurie Strode, her daughter, and her granddaughter. That's who should be the focus. And of course Michael Myers. I guess the relationship between Michael Myers and Laurie Strode too. The film tested fair to poorly. So the film itself tested and is said to be aimed at modern horror fans who so there's gonna be a Annabelle doll, I guess that means, who enjoy franchises like The Purge, and Sinister, rather than the nuanced or complex tapestry Michael Myers aficionados are craving. All right, that's probably the worst thing I've heard so far. Like, it being long, it having flaws, it having not much continuity. That's probably the second worst thing. But this right here, aimed at modern. I'm assuming that means it's gonna be a lot of jump scares and a lot of fucking stupid ass moments of just people walking around in the dark, looking at things, and I don't know. Oh, false jump scare, and then the character going, "Whew, I'm glad that wasn't a real jump scare," and then they turn around. Oh, there he is, jump scare. Fuck me. All right, that really makes me upset. If that's true. Aimed at modern horror fans. It should say aimed at morons. That's what it should really say. Who enjoy franchises like The Purge and Sinister. To be fair, I do like the Purge movies, but I don't think they're good. I enjoy them. Sinister I actually did like. I thought it was actually kind of creepy at times. Rather than the nuanced or complex tapestry Michael Myers aficionados are craving. Okay. Oh boy. The new Halloween apparently features multiple homages to previous films in the franchise. Okay. The site listing cool nods to Halloween 3, 4, and 6. Okay. 3? Really? Okay. Oh, they're going to play Have a Happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. That'd be great. These nods apparently take shape as shot-for-shot recreations of classic moments from past chapters. And this is a quote, carbon copies that felt more like rip-offs than homages. Okay, so this is a positive thing. I thought they were kind of like leading up to like a positive, like, like a couple little cool little nods to the other ones. Well, it's not a nod then if they're ripping it off. It's not. Why does it say nod? These nods. It's not a nod if it just straight up rips off. I don't know. According to their source, an example being Michael Myers at one point making an escape in the exact same way he did 40 years ago when he jumps out of the window. He jumps out of the window, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. I haven't seen the original in a long time, but I'm pretty sure he jumps out the window, right? And that's the ending. Focus groups seem to almost unanimous. I can't speak today. I'm sorry. Again, I do not feel good. Unanimously think that the ending was a major misfire, unsatisfying, and hardly befitting of something John Carpenter promises will be the last Halloween movie ever. Oh, okay. So it's unsatisfying. So it's going to be like an abrupt ending. It's going to be like a jump scare ending. It's going to be like Sinister, where at the end, Sinister is just like, okay, that was a creepy ending. Oh, he jump scares you. It's going to be like that. How much you want to bet? It's going to be a jump scare ending. And hardly befitting of something John Carpenter promises will be the last Halloween movie ever. All right. Well, the film set to hit theaters on October 19th. Blumhouse better work faster to plan on making the final Halloween film one for the ages. I don't know. I am concerned. Oh, none of this makes it sound like it's going to be a very good movie. That's for sure. But you know what? I am still I'm gonna be skeptical. I'm gonna be skeptical. I want to see a trailer. Not only do I want to see a trailer, I want to see an official plot synopsis. I want to see maybe a title change. Like I don't know why I need a title change. I just feel like it just being called Halloween is so generic. I'm so worried about this movie, but I'm hoping it's gonna be good. So anyway, that's all I wanted to cover. Really, it was my reaction to some of the news. That sucks. Let's just go an overview. Okay, so a source says that it could be fixed with some reshoots. Okay, whatever. Doesn't have much of a connection between this and previous Halloween movies. That's probably the second biggest shame, really. The first one, of course, it being very modern, and that could mean anything. That could mean just like a generic modern slasher movie where it's just like, you know, people get killed off every like few minutes or something like that, which a lot of the Halloween movies are like that, and technically the original Halloween movies are like that too. It's just way more clever and creepy than some of these other slasher movies. You know, it's way more clever than a Friday the 13th, where it's like, you know, it's just Friday the 13th is just buckets of blood and people dying and slutty teenagers dying and shit. Where in the original Halloween, you still had that, but it was definitely more, I don't know, it was better done, I guess. So it sounds like it's going to be kind of like a generic horror movie, which really upsets me. Like The Purge, that I don't know, too long, it being too long too. The nods, whatever. Focus groups say the ending was a major misfire, unsatisfying, and hardly befitting of something John Carpenter promises will be the last Halloween movie ever. I don't know. I'm really disappointed to hear this stuff, but I am still looking forward to the movie because these are just some people that went to go see the movie, and that's their opinions. And it seems like a lot of the people, I mean, a lot of this is from one attendee, so that doesn't mean this is all going to be what everybody thinks. This is just from a few people, I'm assuming. So who knows? It could still be great. They could reshoot everything. They could technically fix this movie in a few weeks if they want to do reshoots. The movie doesn't come out for another 6 months. So I'm still excited. I love this poster. Even if this movie sucks, this poster's great. I love this poster. It being called Halloween sucks. But yeah, I'm very excited. I hope it's great. I really do. But anyway, there you go. That is my video about it. I'm sorry it was a shitty video, but I don't feel good. I've been trying to record this video for the last like hour and a half, and I just couldn't do it like the way I wanted to do it originally, where it was gonna be me actually doing it with like some structure. But I just can't do it. I just don't feel good, and like I'm losing my voice now and stuff. It sucks. Everything sucks about me. My life's terrible. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this movie. Anyway, there you go. Thank you. Until next time. Goodbye.